What's up, everybody? It is the Thegoal60 here for Friday, July the 20th, 2018. So today, remember, we don't have any official plays just because it's that first series back after the All-Star break, but we did come up with 7 unofficial plays. So before I jump in too deep, I just want to go ahead and say I apologize for the lighting. I'm shooting this very early in the morning. The sun hasn't come out up yet, and so I'm not getting any kind of natural light coming in through my window. But even with that, we're going to soldier on. We're going to get this thing done. So yesterday there was one game we talked about it, and that was with the Cardinals and Cubs. Now yesterday the Cubs would have been the play that you would have looked at due to RPI, and the price was right. It was a minus 148. They did get the job done, winning 9-6. So we started off back after All-Star break really well. Even though it wasn't unofficial, I still think that, if everything's doing like that, we're going to be fine. So today there are 14 series starting up, and we did pick up 7 of them as unofficial plays. Now, with the Cubs and Cardinals recap, let's jump right into all of today's games. So first, I'll go over the 7 games that didn't make even the unofficial list and kind of tell you why. And the first one of those is the Dodgers and Milwaukee, and that is strictly right now because of there's no line posted. I have seen that the Dodgers are actually an underdog in this game slightly. Just one line is the only line I've seen posted, and like I said, it was just barely shaded to Milwaukee. So you would look actually at the run line because the Dodgers are at .515. while the Brewers are at .509. It's probably going to be expensive run line. Either way, we're waiting to see if that's going to turn into an unofficial play or not. Next up, we have what was originally going to be a potential revenge play, and that was with Baltimore at .452 against Toronto at .497. Now, obviously, Baltimore's being in the bottom 3 knocks them out, but even if they weren't in the bottom 3, .97 to 5.2, that's more than the 15 points needed, and therefore it eliminates them. Therefore, don't even worry about price, they're eliminated completely. Next up after that, you have Boston on the road at the Tigers. Now Boston is at .548 and in the top 3. In fact, right now they are the top team in RPI for Major League Baseball. At Detroit, who is at .460, you would look at Boston and they are priced pretty high, minus 180. I think David Price is the pitcher going today, and this gap between teams has pushed that price up to minus 180. Next, you have the White Sox at the Mariners. Now the White Sox are at .444 and in the bottom 3, so automatically you would look to take Seattle, and they're at .527 and almost in the top 3. I think they're 4th. You look at price and it is reflected. It's minus 199, and I believe Wade LeBlanc is the pitcher. Maybe I got that name mixed up, but I think that's who is pitching for Seattle today. After that, you've got Cleveland at Texas. Now Cleveland is at .499 while Texas is at .485. You would look at the Indians, obviously, and they are at minus 198, so still too high to even be an unofficial play this weekend. After that, you have Miami at Tampa Bay. Miami's at .485, while the Rays are at .511. You look at price on the Rays, and they are minus 171, so it is just too high to be even considered this week. And that is all the plays that did not make even unofficial. Alright, so now we'll get into all the plays that I think that you guys will be interested in, but please, there's a reason I'm calling these unofficial. Just, I wanted to make these videos because I wanted to get the information to you, but all I'm asking is that you take a second, think about, the game, think about what I've kind of told you and what I found in previous years, and tread lightly. I know how it is coming off the All-Star break. You've been sitting there waiting on baseball to get back, and immediately we would come into the next series and it's not so good. So, like I said, if you take any of these, take them low and, just do them for fun or whatever. Don't throw a regular unit or whatever you got at them. So anyways, with that said, let's look at Pittsburgh and Cincinnati as the first game. The Pirates come into this game at .497 while the Reds are at .489. And this series should be a very good series. It's a good series to start off the second half of the season with, and it is reflected in that price. This is a coin flip game. Obviously, you would look at the Pirates on this side, and you're going to get those. Some places it may be minus 105. We'll be going with minus 110. Seems like more books are going towards 10-cent lines, dime lines, if you will, instead of nickel lines. But you do, however, find those nickel lines out there. You can even find a nickel line in Vegas. I believe it's the South Point that offers a nickel line on baseball. So it is possible to find that. Next up, you have San Diego at Philadelphia. So the Padres are at .483 while the Phillies are at .515. You would definitely look at the Phillies, and the price is minus 155. So just right above that 150 range. It's still good enough to we would take it if it was official, but it is unofficial. After that, you have Minnesota at Kansas City. Now, the Twins are on the road, and they are the favorite here. The Twins are at .478, while the Royals are in the bottom three at .439. You look at the favorite Twins, and it's minus 139. Therefore, it is an unofficial play. It would be an official play, just like the Phillies and the Pirates, if this was a good weekend for us. After that, you've got the, I believe they call it the Subway Series with the Mets and the Yankees. And the Mets are at .484, while the Yankees are at .542. The reason I went ahead and made this an unofficial, even with the Yankees pitching staff being so overpriced, is because this weekend they play NOLA today, which is forced the line to minus 157, which is still expensive but not terrible. But then on Sunday, I believe it's Sunday, they play against DeGrom. So I feel like that line is going to be lower than usual. It may still be pretty high in that second game, but I just want to go ahead and go with it anyways. After that, you have the Giants at the A's. Now, the Giants are at .513, while the A's are at .519, just outside that 5-point parameter. So we look at the A's here, and they are minus 126. Now, the A's they were doing really well before going into the All-Star break, at least as a whole. So maybe they can keep that going with this unofficial play. Two more to get to. The first one of those is Colorado at Arizona. Now, a lot of books are not listing this price yet, but I believe it'll come out as the day goes on. Of course, this is probably going to be a late game. I didn't look at the time, but it being Colorado and Arizona, it generally is going to be that 9 o'clock start. 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. But with that said, Colorado currently is at .511. And once again, just right outside that 5-point parameter is Arizona at .517. You look at Arizona, and they are minus 125, so therefore they are an unofficial play here. And last but not least, the Braves at the Nationals. Now, the Braves are coming into this game at .515, while the Nationals are at .499, but the Braves are actually the road underdog. You look at the run line, and it is priced at minus 143, so therefore plus 1.5 runs on the Braves at minus 143. That is everything that I have as far as games. Like I said before I started going over all the unofficial, please, just take your time. Remember, these are unofficial for a reason. I, of course, want to get these out there for you in case you wanted them, but just tread lightly on what you're doing. With that said, have a great Friday, and I will see you tomorrow morning.
60% of the time, it works every time.